How was the work against the Lions, in your opinion, for this defense?
Oh, it was definitely great work. They got a great team, great front. So it's good to get one-on-ones, team reps, and a little red zone in there. It was good.
What are you doing to relax, wind down after these long days of practice? What are you doing on your downtime and chill?
On my downtime, you got to rehab, man. Two big days, then we got a preseason game coming up. Definitely got to take care of your body and got to get your mind right and ready, keyed into game day.
Malik said he's playing a little COD. Are you playing a little Call of Duty or no?
No, I don't play video games.
Kayvon, you mentioned their offensive line being one of the best. What do you think your pass rush showed these last couple of days?
I think I was able to get some good reps. I think it's definitely always good work. You're not defined by one rep, but I think over the compilation of 2 days, it's been pretty good.
To go toe-to-toe with that team, considering what they accomplished, what kind of confidence does that give you as a group, you think?
There's a new year every year. It's a new team. So I don't really take too much, from it. I let it be, and I continue to see where we can get better at as far as technique, as far as assignment, alignment, and execution. But other than that, we just got to keep chopping wood.
You were a high draft pick who had success as a rookie here in New York. What do you tell Malik Neighbors? He's having a great training camp. What do you tell him about handling what's coming?
I tell him stay consistent. We had a talk about goals, and I've been a guy who set goals, and I know he's a kid who has big goals for himself. But you got to know that, you may not reach them, or it may come in a different way, or it may be a situation that of adversity that you have to bear through. And just stay consistent as possible and just continue to find the thing you can grow at each week.
What do you see from the D-line as a whole as you guys kind of keep?
We're continuing to gel together. There's a lot of guys stepping up. Ryder Anderson, for one. Nacho, a lot of people count him out as being an older guy, but he's playing like, he's one of the young guys. So to see him take his next step in pass rush has been great. Timmy, he's been great. I think the list can go on of guys who've been stepping up and who's seized the moment that we're in.
How do you think communication has been a big focus between all of you guys just over the last?
That's been the biggest. When you get tired, it's hard to communicate. So continuing to push through it and, get the things done so we can execute at a high level has been key.
It would seem to be impossible for an opponent to double team both you and Brian Burns. Is that a pick your poison situation?
We just got to keep grinding, man. I don't know how it's going to go, but I assume they're going to switch it up. They're going to do the best they can to protect. And I think as long as we continue to work as a unit and, do the things that we've been coached to do, we'll be good.
What do you think of his spin move, Burns? He's put on a couple nasty ones.
That's one of his moves, man. I'm particularly not a spin guy. I haven't put that in my forte yet. So to see him do it, I'm always excited.
Why not? You said you wanted
No, I'm just not that type of player. Not saying that I wouldn't add it or if the scenario seemed good to use it. But I would say every player has their skill set, and that spin is one of his, key moves, right? So you talk about, for me, I'm more of a power downhill guy. He's more of an agile, kind of, make a move to feet. And I like to go power, long arm, and, kind of work off of it.
Hey, to whatever degree you guys are still learning the defense, can these 2 days against an opponent help in that regard?
Definitely, because we get to apply the things we've learned. It's easy to go against your team and you kind of get lulled to sleep by going against the same offense. So when you switch it up, you get young guys playing against flying bullets. The tempo's faster. Their operation is different as far as going fast to the ball, and we just get a chance to see it live. So there were a few mix-ups and a few miscommunications, and now we get to correct it and work on it for next.
When you have those two different style of rushers, I guess, how does that make you even better beyond just like Kayvon is good, Brian is good, just the style?
It's the cohesiveness. When you have two rushers that can at the base just hold down their sides and create a pocket, that's hard for the quarterback to throw out of. It helps the back end helps the front end. One of the coaches, he likes to say symbiosis. There's multiple parts working together for the greater good, but just helping each other. And that's it, whether it's communication, whether it's moves, whether, since we've been playing together, I've added something to his game, he's added something to my game. It's been a real, kind of growth mentality.
What do you take as a coordinator? What excites you about what he's asking you to do?
I would say I love the playbook. We use the word simple, but simple is always kind of misconstrued as easy, right? It's simple, but it's not easy. So continuing to kind of dive between the lines and, see how we can utilize it to our advantage has been great.
What do you take away from these joint practices about your team, like in regard to what you can be long term?
We're gonna stick together. I think when I was a rookie, that's something that helped us. And in the front end and the back end of the season, we won, 4, I don't know how many games straight, but it's about sticking together because I think the season is a roller coaster, and as consistent as you can stay and as together as you can stay is going to help you in the long run. So, being in different situations with different people, it's always good to see how, a team gels together.
Were there times last season when the team maybe didn't stick together as much as you hoped?
I think when you're losing, it's easy to lose your identity, because the way that we were living wasn't working, right? So when things aren't working, you got to figure out what to fix. And sometimes you get lost in what needs to be fixed and, what's not the problem. So